Hello, everyone. Welcome to Living in My Purpose with your host, Dana Pasha. So, today we're going to talk about discovering your passion and unveiling your purpose. So, beside me, I have Caroline Wambui, the founder of CWam Foundation and a journalist by profession. Welcome to my show, Caroline. Kindly introduce yourself.
Thank you. My name is Caroline Wambui. I'm the founder of CWam Foundation. And at CWam Foundation, we work on empowering women and youth on social and economic empowerment. We do this through trainings. We major on social entrepreneurship. And yes, that's what we do at CWam Foundation.
That's amazing. So we'll just start with some icebreakers just to warm up. Mm-hmm. And the first question that I'll ask you is that if you could have dinner with any person, any historical figure, who would it be and why?
I think Mother Karua.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just love her confidence. I love how she navigates things around her. I just love her. I love her career-wise. I love her. I just love how I think to me she's my role model. I just love her.
Oh, that's wonderful. For me, I can say Nelson Mandela. Mm-hmm. I just loved the person he was and his drive and what really, I just want to know his motivation behind, just being able to fight for the freedom of his people, just being in prison for so many years and just having the resilience to do it and to really stand up for his people, because that was a sacrifice. That was a sacrifice that affected his health. And I just want to know why he did what he did. As much as, we have books, we've listened to his stories, but I think with him, like Nelson Mandela, he's those people that I love to listen to him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's nice.
Yeah. So what's the best advice you've ever received?
The best advice, it's that the strength, the strength to conquer anything is within me. Yeah. So whenever I face any challenge, I'm like, you know what? The strength is within me. So I have to gather myself and do what I got to do.
Yeah. Oh, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. So for me, I can say it's putting God first. That is something my mom has instilled in me from a very young age. And I've gotten to know that when I put God first before everything, above everything, as much as not everything will go the way I expect it to go, but I know eventually things will work out and fall into place, and it just keeps me grounded, Yeah.
Wow, that's a nice one. Yeah, actually, with God, we just have, even as you believe in your inner self, the inner strength, of course, you just have to trust in God, because you also need that energy, and it's from God.
Yeah. That's right. So share a fun fact about yourself that not too many people know.
Well, I'm yet to discover that.
Okay. Really?
Yeah. I'm yet to discover it. At the moment, no.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
For me, I can say a fun fact that not too many people know. I come off as a quiet person. That's my personality. I'm just reserved, and I just warm up to people that I'm comfortable around. But when I'm around people that I'm comfortable around, I get to be myself. I talk, but many people out there just find me so quiet. Yeah, but when I get to get comfortable around you, I just warm up, and we just talk, and you get to realize, you're not as quiet as maybe you look like.
That makes the two of us.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that's nice. Yeah. So share a memorable travel experience you've had.
It was a trip to, actually it was not like a trip, but anyway, it was a journey.
Yeah.
To Sharm el Sheikh, Egypt. The visit, it was a conference visit, but now after the conference, there was this site visit, and just seeing the historical site, the biblical historical site.
Yeah.
To me, it was very good to me. I mean, it was so memorable. Like, even now, I can still remember each and every place that we visited, the experience. It was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Seeing things that we just read in Bible, like the Red Sea, and now it's here, you're in the Red Sea. You see? Yeah, to me, it was a memorable moment. And it still is.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So let's get into it.
Yeah.
Because as a founder of CWam Foundation, I believe for you to be able to like start a foundation, it takes everything that is in you. It takes passion. It takes finding your purpose. It just takes a lot of sacrifice, and you put everything for you to be able to like be a founder. So can you please share with us the story behind founding CWam Foundation? Like, what inspired you to start CWam Foundation?
I am a journalist by profession. So before, I used to work in a media house, and I was more into human interest stories.
Okay.
So I realized that out here, I was sometimes doing human interest story, but business-wise, like encouraging young people, giving information on where people can get what to make what.
Yeah.
So now, during that time when there was this one day I was out there, like it was a normal day, kwenda inject after story.
Yeah.
So I was out, and that day I had purpose to work on SMEs. So when I was fetching the story, I realized that people are not failing in business because they don't have resources.
Yeah.
They're failing because they don't have enough information. They want to do something, but they don't have enough information, and some don't even know where to get that information.
Right.
And there's a lot of misconception out there. Then I was like, how can I help these people?
Yeah.
And at that point, I never thought of an NGO or something. I was thinking of coming up with an information center.
Yeah.
Like just a space where women will be coming, young people will be coming, just to know what they don't know, business-wise.
Yeah.
Then when I was about to start, I realized that I have to register. I was like, I'll register it as what? It's not an enterprise. It's not for money making, because I just wanted to help people. Then that's when I was advised, like, you can do as an NGO.
Yeah.
And start up that center. Now, when I started, after registering CWam Foundation, I already knew what I wanted to do with it, because I was more into nurturing entrepreneurs, and also making people, trying to gather information in one place where people can just get it from there. You don't have to keep on looking from everywhere.
Right.
That was from how you can start a small business, where you can get funds, those who don't have funds. Get mentors, people who are in the same business.
Yeah.
And then when I started, I realized that the people who are coming were more into money making. Like, some don't even care what they're producing. They're just more into money making. Then I was like, no, this was not the idea.
Yeah.
I want something more. I want people to do business but serve the community at the same time.
Yeah.
And when I was doing my research, now I came across the social entrepreneurship course. I had to go back to school again because I didn't know exactly what social entrepreneurship was about. So, but I could see this is the thing that we need.
Yeah.
As a community, we don't want people who are doing business just for the sake of making money. If there's a way you can do business and be of help to the community, it's way much better.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it's like entrepreneurship for a purpose, like
exactly. Entrepreneurship for a purpose. You don't have just to do business for money making. serve people, and earn in return. In other words, you solve the problem and then you make money.
Wow.
Actually, money follows. When you solve a problem, money follows. Yeah.
And they say that a lot. They say that a lot. And what I love you and about what you've said, and I believe we share the same sentiments, is that the knowledge that people don't know, like where to source for the resources, the kind of businesses to start. Because I realize that, like knowledge is power.
True.
And not too many people have this kind of information. So being able to like realize that and have that dream and drive and go back to school, because it's not easy, like, after you're done with school, you're usually like, okay, let me get a job, let me start a business. But you had to go back to school, and that shows like the drive that you had and the passion that you had for CWam Foundation.
Yeah.
And that is beautiful,
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, so that is so amazing. So how do you define passion, and how has your discovering your passion influenced your journey in social entrepreneurship?
Passion is something that comes from within. It should be within you. It should be in you. Because out here, you just have to polish it.
Yeah.
But it should come within. And once you discover it, it drives you. Yeah, it drives you. Like now, in my case, when I realized that all I need is to help people here be social entrepreneurs. In the process, I also became a social entrepreneur. Yeah, I do plastic recycling. So now I realize, so yes, now actually it's more practical when I'm doing it. I can easily advise someone because I'm in it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm solving this waste problem, and through it I'm earning. So when I tell you that you solve a problem and you make money out of it, I mean it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's doable.
Yeah, so you're saying that you do this business of like recycling waste. I understand that, when people hear about businesses, wanakuanga like wako wanataka zile, like the business that you don't have to get dirty. But for you, talking about recycling waste, and you're saying it's making money for you. So how can you like advise someone not to like, like filter these other these other jobs, because I understand like there is money and you can be making, because I heard of a story of a guy who was doing like collecting waste and stuff, na aliweza akanunua lori na akaongeza, and now his business is all over Kenya and he's a millionaire. So you being able to recycle waste, how can you advise somebody that this is a viable business opportunity?
I think the first thing is to know yourself, because you don't have to come to plastic because I'm in plastic.
Yeah.
Once you understand your passion, it will drive you to where you belong. There's one thing that I know, each and every one of us, everybody, has that one thing that they love doing. That one thing that you can do even without being paid.
Yeah.
When you search that thing that you can do, you love doing it. When you're doing it, you feel so good. Like you can go to work and still come, and when you're given that task, you still do it.
Yeah.
When you have that thing can generate money for you. If you give focus on it, if you work on it and like give it attention, sometimes you don't give it attention. You just focus on what is paying your bills, which is still a good thing. But it's okay to reflect on yourself. Just search yourself, understand what is it that you love doing. You can start it as a side hustle because you still have to pay your bills. You can start as a side hustle, then with time, it will grow to something big that you'll be comfortable working there.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Like for me, I can say you saying that thing that you do and you don't get tired, you can do it over and over again. For me, like starting this podcast, it has been one of the like, it's like, it was so scary for me because, I'm just so reserved and I don't like putting myself out there because I understand once you put yourself out there, you don't know what to expect, But because I enjoy and I love having meaningful conversations, like just deep, meaningful conversations, because I can say for me, it has helped me. I'm able to like, some conversations I get in and I come out with knowledge. Some conversations I get inspired, some are life-changing, Yeah, so I can say, you saying that thing that you do, and you can do it over and over again. And for me, I believe this is what I'm passionate about, like, especially just meaningful conversations, because like you get for like small talks, I'm not good at small talks. But if I can get deep with you and get to know you, and it just gives me like a sense of purpose,
Then go for it.
Yeah. Yeah. So, what challenges?
I think you're more of a journalist than me.
Really? Oh my God! Like I'm learning from you right now. I'm really like getting one or two like pointers from you. Yeah. So, what are some of the challenges that you faced when starting CWam Foundation, and how did you overcome them?
When you're starting something, you're building the foundation, then it needs a lot of things to bring together to build something. And sometimes the support is not there.
Yeah.
Now, as I said, the passion is what will drive you. If, like now, you just said that you really wanted to have this podcast, but it's in you. So no matter what, you're just going to make sure it works.
Yeah.
Now, for the CWam Foundation, it was not easy. Of course, there are normal challenges. There are resources challenges. There are partners challenges.
Yeah.
But yes, it's something I wanted to do, so I had to do it either way. And yes, I did it.
Yeah.
And I'm still doing it.
And now you're here, telling your story.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that is so amazing. That is so amazing. Like, for me, I can say, like, paying back to my purpose, it's the challenges that I went through. It's the struggles that I went through, and just being that little girl who, like, you had so many doubts growing up and fears that you didn't know how you'll get to where you want to go. You have dreams, but you don't know how you'll get there, So it's from those challenges that I believe, like, my purpose was birthed. And for me, it's amazing to be able to get to a point to tell my story, because I believe that you'll get some people who will resonate with their story, and some you'll be able to like show them, like, if I was able to like go through these challenges, not being able to like know what, the next steps with your career after school, especially after school, after uni, I didn't know like what
exactly to do.
Exactly, because then I'm just like trying to apply for jobs, and I'm trying to talk to people, but it wasn't coming, and it was so easy. Like at some point I got discouraged. Sometimes you feel like giving up, but the person I am, I'm not a quitter, but I just kept the faith. I just knew that someday things will fall into place, because the situation, especially right now in Kenya, the unemployment rate is so high. So you're done with school and you don't know what to do, Ata ukisema you want to start a business, like where's the capital? How, Yeah, like, so those are some of the challenges that I went through, but I just thank God that He was with me, and I'm still like growing, but I'm still like, it's just beautiful to like look back and be able to see where you've come from and even learn,
Sure.
Yeah.
On that, I would like to add something. You just need to have a know-how of how to run things and do things.
Yeah.
Because if we all sit back and wait for employment, that's where depression is coming in and frustrations.
Right.
Because there are no jobs. And that is the truth. And if there is, it's not enough for everyone.
Yeah.
So now, whatever you learned is the high time now you put it into practice. Yeah. Turning the knowledge into tangible solutions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Turning the knowledge into tangible solutions.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's what we train at CWam Foundation.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's beautiful. You know, I've gotten something from that. So, can you tell us about a pivotal moment or experience that solidified your commitment to social entrepreneurship?
It's the results. You know, when you do something and you see the results, the positive results, it motivates you to keep on going, to keep on working. Like now at CWam Foundation, when we are doing the trainings, and then after the training, we get like, even if it's 2 or 3 people coming back, like, you know, after the training, I started the business and it's doing well, this is where I am. Or this group of women, we formed a group and we have this project that is going on. You bring people together and they are happy, something comes out of that. The impact, the results, the transformation, that is what keeps you going.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That is such a pivotal moment.
Yeah.
Like, I remember for me with living in my purpose, because this is something that I'm just looking to have a community, you know, whereby people will come and get educated and empowered and inspired, you know, with different kind of conversations. So for me, it gives me so much fulfillment being able to, like, you know, just have this kind of conversations. I get so much joy. And because for the longest time, I was like really searching for my purpose, you know, and I tried things. Yeah, I got into employment. It didn't work out for me. I quit. And I didn't know how things will work out, you know. But I kept on trying. I kept on trying different things. But I believe with this is where I find so much joy and fulfillment. Being able to, like, sit down with you, like, listen to your story, you know. It inspires me to, like, you know, do better, be a better person, and keep on doing what I'm doing, you know. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing, yeah.
Yeah, so how do you believe one can identify how do you believe one can identify their purpose, especially in the realm of social impact and entrepreneurship?
To realize your purpose, I'll go back to what we said earlier, that you have to search yourself and identify that one thing.
Yeah.
Because you have it. Everybody have it. That one thing. Once you identify that thing, now resonate it with the challenges in the society. Try to see how that one thing that you love doing can solve a problem. What problem can it solve? Then through that, you will know now, you will see the gap. Then how are you going to fill that gap? Because we don't just want you to solve a problem that is not paying back. Remember, we are talking of social entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
There is entrepreneurship, that is the business part. And there's this social part that you're giving back to the community.
Yeah.
Like you're changing people's lives. It's work to humanity. Now, when you're serving, it's work to humanity, so you're serving the community, you're solving a certain problem. And I always advise people to link that thing with the SDGs, the Sustainable Development Goals.
Yeah.
When you link that one thing that you have with the Sustainable Development Goals, it kind of helps you to see the gap and where you're coming in.
Yeah.
Once you see that, you're good to go.
You're good to go.
You're good to go. You're good to go.
Yeah.
And by the way, you can also check our website. We give some short trainings. Yeah, we have the monthly, and they're free, so you don't have to pay anything.
Oh, that's great.
They're free. We do those trainings. Then you can learn on how to understand yourself.
Yeah.
Understand how you can be innovative with that passion of yours.
Yeah.
That thing that you love doing for free, how you can turn it into money making.
Yeah.
So you'll be satisfied. You see, kuna hii nini, mtu anaamka anaenda job yenye, unaenda tu because of payment.
Yeah.
You minus that company minus that payment, hauwezi patikana hapo. So you're there for money. And you are, you know, when you're working for money, unachoka. Now imagine you doing something that you love doing and it's paying back.
Yeah.
Si utafanya, you do some crazy stuff.
Crazy.
Utajituma kujituma because
Kabisa.
this is something you love doing. You are doing it with love.
Yeah.
And it's also paying back. So you're paying, hauna hustle your bills. You're still paying your bills. You're doing what you love doing. Imagine such a person. You're very happy. That's
True.
a very happy person.
That's true.
Yeah, so it's good to discover that thing that is in you. Then resonate it with the mashida zenye ziko huku nje. Then
yeah,
say come.
That's true. That's true, because I was reading this book and it was talking about, because I believe what really stops us from going after our dreams and, you know, just tapping into our potential is our fears and insecurities and doubts, you know. But the moment this book was saying, like, you're bigger than your fears, you know, it also said that imagine what you could do if you weren't afraid, you know, because sometimes just go for it. It doesn't matter whether you're the best at it. You don't have to be the best, but I believe if you put in the work, the consistency, you know,
and the love,
you know, that's where passion comes in, you know. Yeah, ile kitu unaweza fanya na hata ukichoka, it's a good kind of tired, and you can do it over and over again. Like, that's beautiful, being able to, like, do something that you love and it's making you money.
Yeah.
You know.
And by the way, you can, wale wako na that fear, you see, watu wa end month, they have fear of unknown. You could risk. Unajua watu wa biashara wamezoea. Unapata unakosa, wamezoea risk.
Yeah.
Watu wa end month, they are guaranteed that end month hiyo dola lazima ingie.
Yeah.
So anaibajetia.
Yeah.
Now they have fear. Sasa nitoke hapa niende nikaanze wapi?
Yeah.
You're not sure of whether you're going to make that money or not.
Yeah.
You can start it as a side hustle. Yeah. Then with the time, it'll grow. Grow. As in, let it be your exit plan. That's your exit plan. So, anza kuifanyia kazi, pole pole, like a side hustle.
Yeah.
Then, it will get to a point and you'll be like, wow, this is doing much better. And you realize that because it's something that you love doing, hautachoka, utakuwa unatoka job, unakuja unasukuma mahali waliachia.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's so true, you know. So, like, what role do you think passion plays in sustaining one's effort in the non-profit sector? Because I believe, you know, like, being able to, like, run a NGO.
As I said, is the results. Yeah. Are you changing people's lives? The results is what makes you going. When you see, like, you're empowering people and they're being empowered, yeah, they are now taking full control of their lives. When we talk to women and we see they are now doing things, they are now full charge, they are in charge of their lives, they are now able to control, they're able now to do things, then you're like, wow. Yeah, it makes you like you want to do it more. Inakufanya mpaka una feel like, oh my God, now wacha tufanye tuongeze trainings. We are doing like 4 in a year, now let's do 5. Because you can see the change. It keeps you going.
Yeah. Oh wow, that's amazing. And what keeps you grounded? Because, you know, like, it's easy to lose yourself in this. You know, it's easy to, like, forget mali ulitoka, and, you know. So I'm trying to understand what keeps you grounded.
The focus. And you see, passion don't change. You cannot be passionate about this and then tomorrow you're here, then tomorrow you're there.
Yeah.
If it's real, it's one. Yeah. If you find yourself divided, you're not sure, then take time to search yourself. You're still not sure. Because it's one. It cannot be two. That one thing. We say the one thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's one. So it keep you grounded because you're focused.
Yeah. On this thing.
You
know, it's like you've bet on it.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's it. Hauna sijui nini
option.
It's just it. So you just have to remain focused.
Yeah. That's true. That's true.
Yeah. You know, sometimes when it grows, unaweza kuwa na wings. But now these wings, as if I could talk from the main agenda. Yeah. You can have branches, yes, but to the main agenda.
Yeah. True. Yeah.
Since I could divert, mara sijui wapi. We can give example. Let's say you're passionate in what?
Conversations.
And then let's talk of maybe a farmer.
Oh, okay.
You're passionate about farming. So, and you love farming. Maybe you've picked one item that you want to farm.
Yeah.
And then your farm grows. It grows to like your produce. You're exporting now your produce.
Yeah.
So it's a big thing. You can only be a trainer to other farmers. Lakini ukianza kuuza magari, ukianza sijui kufanya, you are out.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're out of the purpose. Yeah. And in most cases, unapatanga, those people who are into one thing, it kind of grow because you're giving it all the attention. So you are learning a lot.
Yeah.
You know, when you focus on one thing, utajua dimension zote. It's that one thing because you're just focused on one. Like in the moment umeshika mingi, hakuna yenye utalearn exclusively.
Exactly.
So you are not a master in anything. Yeah.
So it's just for you to give it your time, energy, and attention. Yeah.
And then utakuwa guru. Yeah, hiyo kitu.
You know?
Yeah.
That's true.
You'll be a guru, like, you know it, like, unaijua tu. Iko at the finger point, iko tu hivi.
Yeah, because I was listening to this lady. She was talking about how for her everything that she does is her goal is to have excellence, you know. And she says that when like excellence, for you to be excellent at something, you have to be like really outstanding. Yeah. So unajua is like setting a goal up there. So hata ndio ukiachieve hautaenda like, you know, you'll just utaikaribia. So her saying excellence is just you being able in everything that you do, you know, like let excellence be your goal, your driving force, you know, in everything. Kama it's writing a book or just anything, farming, any kind of thing that you do, like when you have excellence as your driving force, I believe it will be able to like keep you grounded and really take you to the next level in your career, you know?
Yeah, and the excellence comes with consistency and experience.
True. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because you learn as you grow. Yeah, so just stay consistent to your dream, to your anything that you're doing, just having the consistency and working hard.
Working hard, yeah.
Yeah.
Working hard, yeah.
Kujituma, right? It's very important because they say, like, among now the richest people in the world, like the likes of billionaires, you know, for them, the things that they do, you know, like, they don't have to be the best at something, but when they do it really good. So it's you to show up and to be good at what you do, and you can only be good at what you do by learning from your mistakes and by the hard work and the consistency.
I'd like to advise someone out there. You see this time of internship, use it well, because that internship can work as your lean back when you're starting the business. Because you don't need some experience. You don't need that much experience to start a business.
Yeah.
For instance, there are people who know how to draw.
Yeah.
It's in them. Whenever they have a pen and a paper, they just feel like drawing. Now, to perfect now that passion, that's where the skills comes in. But you can't say that you learned your passion, like you went to school to learn your passion. No.
Yeah. Winding up, like looking back and looking ahead, what are the hopes and aspirations for CWam Foundation? And how do you envision its impact growing in the future? At
CWam Foundation, we hope to have transformed like many young people and women. We want to empower more women to be social entrepreneurs. We want to have more young people being innovative, creating things. solving problems. Because you see now in Kenya, we're still in the third world. And so we have so many challenges. We have so many challenges that are unsolved.
Right.
So being in Kenya or being in Africa is the best place to discover yourself and tap your potential.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you have, okay, fine. People complain that there are no resources, the space is not conducive to do things, but we believe in starting small. You can start with what you have.
Yeah.
The ABCD model is using the assets that you have. What you have.
Yeah.
Start there. Because at least we have something. We have something. We may not have a lot, but we have something.
Yeah.
So start with what you have. For example, you have the knowledge. You're a graduate, so there's something you know. Use that knowledge to now bring tangible solutions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so guys, like what I'm hearing from Caroline, just start with what you have.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just don't need to know like how things will work out, but
just start.
eventually just start. You know?
Start with your hands shaking. Start without knowing what will happen tomorrow.
Yeah.
But just start.
Yeah.
Because when you start, things will fall into place.
Yeah, when you say that, I just remembered a conversation Bishop Jakes was having with Pastor Stephen Fatik, and he was talking about in his book called Saw, he was talking about doing it anyway. That was the topic. And he was saying just do it on your knees, do it with tears on your eyes, do it with fear, do it in worry, but just do it anyway. Yeah.
Just do it.
Okay. So what is one of your favorite books that you've ever read and felt like?
Okay, this book I came across, The Art of Laziness. Yeah, I'm falling in love with that book because it's kind of opening it's opening up some things that people do without realizing they're lazing. They're just lazing around.
Yeah.
You think you're busy, but you're just lazing around. Yeah, I love it.
Okay, I think I'll start for it and read it.
The Art of Laziness. It's a good one.
Yeah. Okay. So what is one of the favorite quotes that you live by?
There is one from David Jordan. He says that wisdom is knowing what to do next. And then skills is knowing how to do it. And virtual is when you do it.
Wow. That is so profound. Wisdom is knowing
what to do next.
Yeah. Skill is knowing how to do it. And virtue
is doing it.
Virtue is doing it. Wow.
David Jordan. I
need to write that down. Like that is so profound. Yeah, so thank you so much for coming to my show.
Thank you too for having me. For CWam Foundation, you can find our website. It's CWamFoundation.org. Our social media, CWam Foundation, Facebook, CWam Foundation, Instagram, CWam Foundation, Twitter, CWam Foundation, TikTok, CWam Foundation everywhere.
Don't worry, I'll just link it down below. So thank you everyone for listening. Please like, share, and subscribe with your friends and family. So till next time, please stay tuned for the next episode of Living in My Purpose with your host, Dana Pasha.